Send this one away. This will be taken very short. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
That's it. I need it. It's our time. It's our time.
Now the man from nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. On second down, McCaffrey. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the #1 thing he does best is tackle.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, 45 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
In both locker rooms, the coaches talked about setting the tone early. Didn't matter whether you started on offense or defense. In this case, the team that had the ball first did exactly that. Took it right downfield and scored.
McCaffrey will try to run it in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Boy, so they don't get the conversion, but they're going to go right into the onside kick formation. Oh, I think the Panthers have got it. They did. Carolina football. Well, they just scored. They got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Gun.
Throwing is Newton. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will make our score 9-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
It's just me and you. Hey, 734. 808.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Express.
Army. Hey, one set. Check, Mike.
Operating from the gun. Carr. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. Say.
White.
54, right there. 54.
Topper!
I can't believe they even...
Now Carr to try again after the pick six. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 17-0 our score after one. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Go!
Watch the twins.
Hey, Express!
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Express!
Trash, let's go. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
From the gun, Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Later one. Hey, Haywood!
31, check 31.
Express!
Mike 54. Watch the slant.
Operating from the gun, Carr. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams, 41 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Boy, still a half plus to play, but it is a two-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Here's McCaffrey. The 20. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 46 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for two.
Check 26. Check.
McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the two-point conversion for good measure. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, earlier, Charles, we looked at some of the Week 8 games that were intriguing. How about some Week 8 games where you've got a team that really, really needs a win? And I was thinking about the Chargers at Chicago and Cleveland at New England. You feel like the Chargers and Cleveland need to find a way to get a victory.
I think you're exactly right, and the Chargers' chances are really slipping away. Chicago, I would throw in there as well, at 3-3 and struggling on offense. They say they know they need to run the ball more. They absolutely must run the ball more. But Cleveland and New England, for me with Cleveland, with all the high expectations in preseason, it's almost a must-win at a place almost no one wins.
And a couple more here. Giants at Detroit. All of a sudden, Detroit's at the bottom of the NFC North.
And everyone says the same thing about them. They have great talent. That's a really good football team. Hard to believe they're at 2-3-1 right now.
Last but not least, what about the Steelers hosting Miami Monday night? They cannot lose that one.
They absolutely cannot because ball.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs, 70 yards. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Now, that was a third and medium situation. Thought they might pass it. They ran it. And they're glad they did.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. That's a surprise to me that they ran the ball in that situation. Usually you worry about trying to get that kind of yardage on the ground against NFL defenses. Instead, they crossed them up. That took a little fortitude to make that call. And, boy, it matched up really, really well. The element of surprise plus some excellent execution, off he goes. So
the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. The shotgun snap for Newton. His throw incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And he's got his target. That's Moore. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. This pass complete. Newton finding Wright. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Newton throwing complete to Samuel. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. From the red zone now, Newton. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On 2nd and 10, Newton, that's to McCaffrey, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 yards there and a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
54 Mike.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that
Throwing on first down is Carr. And this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. 25 yards that time.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play.
185.
And the Raiders first down.
93.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Check. Express.
He's mine.
Express. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Lawyer John.
From the gun, it's Carr. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, 45 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So now here's Derek Carr leading his guys up to go for 2.
Watch the twist. Spot. Go Chief. Spot. No.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock down and go to the locker room.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Watch the screen. Pass. 8. 50, Mike, 50.
Go, go, go.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
He's moving, boys, he's moving. Mike, 52. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And he is into the end zone, so they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Recon, 132 fighter. Whip. Watch the whip.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead, tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
618. Hey, wahoo. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, pick your game up. Hey, watch that. Check.
Carr now on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
93. Come on. Buzz. Right there. 54, Mike. Express. Mike's 54. Yeah. 54. Express. Mike. Check. Watch 54.
From midfield, here's Carr. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Hey, 734. Smith.
Mike 5-4.
You're mine.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. It's Jacobs. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
First and 10.
7:34. 54, Mike. Here we go, G.
6:37.
Mike 50.
12 Gumbo.
Mike 54.
On first and 10, here's Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two.
Let him know, let him know.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
On the ground, McCaffrey. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 3 plays, all resulting in 3-yard carries to bring up fourth down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
One. Raider one.
Check. Mike 54. Mike 54. All day, baby. All day.
Throwing on second and long. Carr. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, echo. And bring it. Mike.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this deep on Carolina's side of the field. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th.
Down. 185.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All day, dog.
Raider 1.
Check 24. Hey, watch set.
Express. Here we go.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 10 more there and another first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Express.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Express.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike.
Here's Jacobs. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Panthers' 3-yard line.
Mike 54.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders get a score closer. Now, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
They'll try to run it with Jacobs, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And Marquell Lee with a stop defensively.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Out of the gun, Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive.
We're good. 180.
Joker.
Express. 29. Bravo. That's it.
On 1st down, Carr looking for his running back, and he's got him. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
54 is Mike.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
5-7.
From the midfield stripe, they look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
First and 10.
54 Mike. It's going to be a long.
Raider 2.
It's going to be a long.
Express.
Slam.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
50.
Express.
54. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs.
And that'll set them back 5.
Let's go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15.
Watch 54. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Your mind. Express.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that
Go,
ball.
go.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Not today, you are.
Carr to throw again. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now, Carr again. Escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
93.
Tighten up.
Hey, Haywood.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Again, it's Carr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Oakland, we sign off. So long, everybody.